Hi friends, it's Kelly from Rowena May Inspired, and today we're going to use this little house shelf sitter that I believe I got from the Dollar General. So we're just going to go ahead and take some Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, and we're just going to go ahead and paint over the words there, and we're just going to paint the sides and the back. And there it is. So now that we have that painted, we're going to go in with some Dixie Belle chalk mineral paint in the color Sea Glass, and we're going to go ahead and paint over the black. And we'll dry it up. Now that we have it all covered, I'm just going to take a piece of sandpaper. I'm just going to distress the edges and maybe just a little bit in the center, but not a whole lot. Just basically the edges, just distressing back. I'm bringing back some of that black to the edges of the house. I do this all the way around. Now I'm going to take these two little pieces of wood that we're going to use for the roof of our house and this scrapbook paper that I got from an estate sale, and I'm just going to use this kind of floral green. I'm going to trim out the piece that I would like to use, and then I'm just going to take some Mod Podge and adhere that right to that piece of wood. So I do have to go back a second time and put a little bit more Mod Podge down and piece in a little bit more of that scrapbook paper because the wood was wider than the strip of the scrapbook paper. So now we have it all covered on both of those, and we're going to go ahead and hot glue those to the top of our little house so we have a really pretty roof. Wouldn't that be nice if all roofs were pretty like that? So there we go. So now we're going to take the smaller piece of wood. This wood came from, I think it came from Dollar Tree. I have all these little different pieces of wood. I'm just taking some Waverly antique wax and just staining it, wiping it back a little bit. And we're going to use this piece for the door for our house. So we're just going to hot glue it right where our door should be. And then I'm just going to take a paint marker and give it a little doorknob. This is a confetti paint marker. It's like a lot like a Posca pen, and I'm just going to draw a window in the door. Now I'm going to take two more smaller little pieces of wood that I also stained, and I'm going to glue those above the door on both sides to make little windows. So we're just going to glue those down. And then we'll use the marker again to draw the little window panes. You guys, this is just a fun little Saturday afternoon craft. I found this little house and I thought, let's just make these. I see people making these little houses all the time. I thought it was cute just to try it. So there's our little window panes. And then I had this little heart in my stash, and it already said love on it, so I thought, let's just glue this to up towards the peak of the house, and we're just going to leave it how it is. So I have these little, they look like giant toothpicks. I don't know, they were in the same kind of wood stash that I got from Dollar Tree a long time ago. I've had these forever. So I took 7 of them and I lined them up with that straight edge, and then I took another one and I glued it together. We're going to make a little picket fence for the front of our house. So just gluing those all together. Some of them didn't stick, so I had to, you see. There they are. So going back in with that same marker, we're just going to paint the fence white. So now that we have those all done, we're going to go ahead and take some antique wax, and I felt like they didn't need to be super stark white, so I just took some antique wax. I'm just going to wipe it back, and I'm just going to like lightly dry brush onto the fence just to give them a little bit of, just a little bit of dinge. And then we're just going to glue those on both sides of our little door. So what I didn't record is I took a little bit of this green moss and I made like 2 little shrubs outside of the door because I felt like it just needed a little bit something more. So I grabbed it, and I don't know why I didn't record it, but I just didn't. So then I thought, well, I mean, most houses don't have polka dots on them, but I thought this was really cool just to take the same marker and polka dot the house because, I mean, it's just cute, right? It's adorable. And you guys, I didn't show it, but I did add some little bit more color by putting some shutters on the house with that same scrapbook paper and then cutting out some of those flowers on the front of the fence. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this cute little simple craft. And if you did, please hit like, share, and follow Rowena May Inspired.